This painting is called Dead Bulls, Live Heroes. And once again, it was at the time when I'd been influenced by Picasso, and he had often used the bull as a symbol. It was a very, very masculine symbol. And I thought of, at that particular time, when there was a lot of machismo going on in terms of expressions of being male, and I thought, what does a hero mean? And does a hero actually mean being incredibly male? I mean, times were changing at the time. And so I decided to use a slight reference to Picasso in terms of the bull horn here, and it is very geometric. The stem of the painting is the connector of the images, and in this section it is a reference to aircraft, to flights of imagination. And I've used numbers just randomly, because quite often when you see a number you will associate it to other things. So it was to do with the imagination of other things that were going on within the painting. And this section here is also a continuation of the bull's horn, the wing of the aircraft, like a blade coming out of the painting. So it's very, very sharp. It's very geometric. It's very jagged in terms of the macho image of the time. And then the space, I've used the center space, geometric, to describe the high contrast, the sharpness of the black and white to the eye, and then intersecting it with a secondary space. So all of the areas of spaces are intersecting every other area to reflect the sharpness of the bull's horn. So it's extremely static in terms of meaning. This section here, that comes down through there, is reflected into this section here, coming forward. So you've got planes intersecting other planes. I've used the dots as visual devices to indicate one relationship, which is this, to another relationship, which is that. And this plane is on the same level as that plane, hence I've indicated the gold dots there. So you're reading the painting, whereas this would be the foreground. That's the anchor line, and then it moves back into this section here containing the meaning of the painting, the starkness of it, and then all of this being interconnected to come through to the front there. And then the back section of the plane connected to that, and then the blue line from the back is also from this area of space coming back down into the foreground there. So incredibly complex spatial interrelationships that are happening, that are intersecting each other in a very, very sharp way to add to the meaning of the dead bulls, the macho image, and the live heroes, which is to do with flight and the heroes which could be of any shape, size, or sex. That was the idea behind the entire picture.
What was the summary of the meaning?
Summary of the meaning, Dead Bulls, Live Heroes, is that Picasso had used the bull as a hero and a macho element, which did exist, and then times were changing, so it was heroes are now coming to the fore in other guises. They could be female, they could be any shape or size that a hero or heroic act can mean.